Hello, friend! Australia produces over 240,000 tons of cowhide, enough leather to wrap around the earth in belts. That's 8 times Brazil's raw exports. Yet, when the world talks about cattle and leather, only Brazil comes to mind. Today we pull back the curtain on the technology, the prices and the silent empire no one talks about. Step onto Jack O'Brien's 10,000-hectare station outside Longreach, Queensland, where the red dust rises under a wide sky and 5,000 head of cattle move in steady rhythm. Jack rotates them across 20 paddocks every 3 days, a practice that quietly rebuilds soil carbon at 1.2 tons per hectare each year, according to CSIRO measurements. GPS ear tags track every animal's daily gain, 2.4 pounds on average, while routine BVD vaccines and mineral-rich sorghum silage keep the herd in peak condition. This is where the journey begins, long before any hide reaches a factory floor. From the paddock, refrigerated trucks carry the cattle to JBS Dienmore, arriving at a rate of 300 head per hour. Each animal enters a CO2 chamber and collapses within seconds. Dr. Sarah Clark, the RSPCA auditor on site, confirms that 99.7% are unconscious before processing begins, with checks performed every shift to maintain that standard. Once inside the plant, a 3-layer AI system takes command. Hyperspectral cameras scan marbling in 0.3 seconds with 98.7% accuracy. Scott Technology predicts tenderness to within 0.4 points on the Meat Standards Australia scale, and Morel robots follow a precise 3D map of every carcass. The result is waste trim to 20% below Brazil's 28% average, with one robot replacing 12 workers and delivering 99.9% cut precision. Tom Maguire, the plant engineer, pauses beside a moving hide and points to a hairline floor. AI detects 95% of such defects before the hide leaves the floor, yet the remaining 5% still cost the operation $3 million annually in downgrades. Across the country, Australia processed 2.5 million head in the 2024-25 fiscal year, yielding 2.75 million tons of beef and the full 240,000 tons of hide. Beef output alone reached a record 660,000 tons carcass weight, equivalent in 2025, a 14% rise from 2023. The hides travel south to Collings Leather in Melbourne, where they enter enzyme vats instead of chromium salts. Water consumption has fallen 40% since the switch in 2023.
This highlights our goal of achieving 90% Leather Working Group Gold certification across Australian factories.
Michael Collings walks the floor and explains that effluent now contains zero chrome a standard that earns 90% of Australian plants Leather Working Group Gold certification. Brazil, by contrast, averages 3.5 milligrams per litre. Busler cameras paired with deep learning inspect 1,200 square feet per minute, flagging defects as small as 0.1 millimetre with 97% accuracy. Return rates to European buyers sit at 3%, while Brazil's reach 12%. Anna Tran, supply chain manager at Tesla's Melbourne facility, runs an abrasion test on a seat panel. Australian leather withstands 100,000 cycles, double the Brazilian specification, yet synthetic alternatives cost 30% less.
The surplus moves to rendering plants, where crushers reduce 48,000 tonnes, 1/5 of total output, to gelatin for pet food.
Meanwhile, the global leather market is projected to reach $448.2 billion in 2025 and climb to $608.9 billion by 2030 at a 6.32% compound annual growth rate. Thickness averages 0.9 millimeters in Australia versus 1.2 millimeters in Brazil. Tensile strength registers 22 newtons per square millimeter against 18. Australia ships 240,000 tons of raw hide. Brazil manages roughly 30,000 tons, valued at $1.26 billion after a 12.5% increase in 2024. Factories can install hyperspectral AI at the kill floor to cut hide damage by 5% and save $2 million yearly, provided they never skip operator training and keep raw hide moisture below 15% during transport. Fashion brands should require LWG Gold certification to guarantee chrome-free, traceable supply, avoid wet blue to sidestep EU penalties starting in 2030, and specify leather no thicker than 0.9 millimeters for handbags. Consumers can scan QR codes on certified products and follow the hide from Jack's paddock to the final stitch. Back on the station at dusk, Professor David Cottle lifts a flawless white sheet grown from Australian cattle stem cells. The first commercial batch arrives in 2027, requiring no animals and producing no waste. Australia's leather system already leads in efficiency and environmental standards. The next advance depends on brands, investors and shoppers. One scan, one premium, one policy at a time. Like this video, subscribe and hit the bell for more Farm to Future stories. Don't forget to let us know what topic you would like to learn about next.